This video is about demonstrating how the RFQ function works in the system. Basically, how to build your own BOQ. If you don't have a BOQ that your client has given you, they just gave you a scope of work. You went on site, you assessed what needs to be done, and they're expecting you to give them a detailed BOQ for them to actually appoint you. This is how you would do it. We go to RFQ. You will have an option of three. One is add new bid, two go to active bids, three go to completed bids. You simply go to add new bid because it is a bid after all. Then here, what I want to do is I'm doing a building maintenance work. So it's a mixture of wet services. I'm doing a bit of painting, I'm doing a bit of plumbing, and I'm doing a bit of ceiling work as well. So I would call it residency CBD renovations. And the bid number is RCM 002. It was advertised on the 29th, and then it's closing on the 16th. And the client is Residency CBD. Residency CBD. The region is in Gauteng. Could be anywhere, just as long as we know that you've captured it exactly as how it was advertised. From there on, you have everything here, all the active bits here, description, ref number, client name, advert date, closing date, region, and then action. I can go to start pricing. Now remember, I've already gone to my client, I've already assessed the building, and I've noted down all the items that I need to do. I need to put together a bill that I can submit to my client. All I simply do is go search the rate. From then on, I know that I need a couple of things. I go to general buildings. I first start with my ceiling and partitioning. Right. Cool. Remember the specs are already here, so it's easy for us to actually spec it ourselves because that's part of the quotation that we do. So I'll need a 102 millimeter metal lined fiber related, fire related drywall partition with 12.5 millimeter plaster board on either side of 0.8 millimeter galvanized steel plate on a 63.5 millimeter metal stud. So I'll need that, I will need that, I will need that, and I will need that. Right. Then I go to save and complete. There they are. Then I can go to search the rate again. Then I go to general buildings. I know I need a bit of paint work. In fact, a bit of alterations will work. So let me see what I need there. Okay, I will need that 1.2 millimeter double rebated frame suitable for half brick walls. I'll need that. I'll need that one in balconies as well. Save and complete. You can see it keeps on adding now. So I go to search the rate again. I go to general buildings. Now I'm looking for painting. Where is my paint work? Paint work. There you go. Lovely. Now I've turned into paint work. So you can see my paint work. Just a bit. Paint work. Okay. There you go. Save and complete. So that is my paint work. So you can see the more I add, the more it's giving me exactly what I want. I go there, go back again. I go say I'm looking for paint work. Sorry about that. I need to select general buildings first. Then I can select my paint work. Then I think it can come up very nicely there. Okay. I've got a lot here that has to do with my paint work. I could actually just click here, paint. Right. There you go, paint. Or I can just say epoxy. Just kind of test how such button works. Epoxy. Right. You can see I've got that. Nice. I've got that. Nice. I've got that and that. I click on save and complete. As you can see, everything is now adding up nicely. So here are the quantities. This time around, I can actually add my quantities. I'll put 20 here because I've already measured on this on site. 100 here. I'll put 5 here. I'll put 10, 10, 5. I put 25. The rates are already there, so I don't need to amend them. I'm just adding the quantities as measured on site. Put 89. I put 100. I can put 50. I'll put 45. As soon as I start amending the quantities, you can see that automatically quantity times my rate gives me my updated amount. I can go back there to 50 and I can put 5, and you can see it will automatically update for me. From this 5, I can put 4 in this 45. Just put 4 only. You can see it quickly does that for me. Now I'm not done with this. I can save my changes, but I'm not done. I'll have to now start doing my adjustment. So it says final rate here. I can just go and add more some over here. And remember, these are just base rates. So I'll add that one, I'll add that one, and I'll set complete. And then from there, I go to press my adjustment. I'll adjust my screen here. I'm giving a 25% discount to my client. It's a private client. We have a good relationship. I've got multiple projects with them, so it's not a big deal. My profit margin here is 20%. My company overhead is 10%. This is my final adjustment factor. That said, I apply my adjustment. As you can see now, my base rates over here are different from my final rates over here. And the amount is equal to quantity times final rate gives us the amount. Once I'm done with that, I press save. Everything else is then saved in the system. Then I press preview. Once I've done my preview, you can see that all my items are here. I've got my ceilings, I've got my metalwork, I've got my metal waterproofing, I've got structural steel framework, I've got floor coverings, I've got everything. Once I'm done with that, it gives you my sum. So you can see if you expand, it gives you a sum per trade category. And then when you close everything up, it gives you sum for the offering that you're giving the client. Then you just simply export to PDF. Once you export to PDF, you can clearly preview and see that here is everything that you wanted, and this is now ready to be submitted to your client. And of course, what you have is your item description, your rate, item number, your rate description, your unit, your quantity, your final rate, and your amount. And this will be an acceptable format for your client to make an informed decision about the credibility and the compatibility of your submission, and therefore may or may not decide, hopefully may decide to appoint you for the tender. But what we are saying is that in this particular format, you can get to pick all the items that you want according to what you've measured on site. After picking all the items that you want, amend your quantities based on what you've measured on site and based on what you estimate the quantities will be when you're eventually working. Once you are done with that, you can then press your adjustment, you add your discount factors, you add your profit margin as well as your company overheads. Once you're done, you save all the changes, you export to PDF, and voila, you have everything there. This is often applicable when your client does not have a BOQ and they're expecting you to go measure the work that has to be done and submit a quote to them in a standard BOQ format. I hope that this video was informative. I hope that it made sense. I hope that it shared a lot of knowledge. That said, happy tender hunting. All your rates are in one system and you are good to go. No need to go ask for quotations. No need to go anywhere. Everything is all in one system. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your tender hunting practice. That's all, folks.